Episode 56 YXB October 14th, 2024. The Great XB in the Tragically Unused Heat Pump. JXB was an enigma to many, but I knew him well myself. He lived in the great house with a really great heat pump. He held parties that many attended for miles around, but attendees were only allowed in if they vowed only to dance, and never light a wood-burning fire on the premises. Many wondered how he had made the big bucks to afford the great house, but I knew he had started out only as a lowly wildfire firefighter who happened to invent a respirator that wildfire firefighters found lightweight and easy to take off and put on again even in the panic and chaos of fighting a wildfire. One wildfire he fought was when the first climate change wildfire war was winding down in the fall of 2018 in Montgomery, Alabama. A spoiled heiress named Maisie had carelessly let her indoor residential wood-burning stove burn out of control and set her inherited 1983 wooden chalet named Hamlet near the Petit Trianon afire, and JXB was called to the scene. Although JXB heroically saved Maisie's chalet, she sensed he had no money at the time, and Maisie's and JXB's meeting was brief and perfunctory. JXB acquired a limp and a scarred hand during his time as a firefighter, which made him cut quite a dashing figure to impressionable millennials who idly wondered how the romantic disfigurements came about. The spoiled heiress Maisie went on to marry an even more spoiled heir named Tom. Tom was heir to one of the largest wood-burning power plants in the world, which was supplied with wood from some of the largest wood pellet factories in the U.S. South. Tom, he insisted that the poor people with old-fashioned names like Gertie and George who worked in the wood pellet factories call him Tom, had a pretty big but squalid house coincidentally next to JXB's great house. I knew JXB because I had a sublet for the summer, a tiny cottage on the other side of the great house. JXB, with wild abandon, invited me to all his parties. I danced a lot, and he showed me his collection of beautiful scarves. We were close and shared an aversion to the life-denying effects of the PM2.5 from wood burning. We, over the summer weeks we knew each other, shared factoids about wood burning such as that wood burning is 90% PM2.5, particulate matter of 2.5 micrometer size, the perfect size to infiltrate the human lung, setting off a cascade of human health problems and early deaths. Often we would interrupt each other, excitedly shouting in unison, wood burning emits 450 times the PM2.5 as the fossil fuel natural gas burning, and wood burning emits 2.8 times the PM2.5 and CO2 as the fossil fuel coal burning. JXB acquired a heat pump in the fall of 2024 because heat pump rebates were rolled out in Arizona, California, Maine, New York, Rhode Island, and Wisconsin then. The heat pump installation was completed by mid-October 2024, and it cost JXB nothing because the cost of the heat pump was $7,999, and the rebate was $8,000 because JXB had spent all his money from his respirator invention on a great house and expensive scarves in order to impress the heiress Maisie. So JXB was under the 80% of median income for his county and got the entire $8,000 heat pump rebate. The tragedy happened in mid-October when Maisie finally went to one of the many JXB dance parties she had been invited to. Maisie brought along a portable wood stove and insisted on starting a wood-burning fire. She insisted on crouching motionlessly over the wood stove even though it was 80 degrees outside because of climate change, and Maisie went on to inhale the PM2.5 in a rather grotesque manner. Her husband Tom joined Maisie and insisted that everyone stop dancing and crowd around the air-polluting wood stove. The crowd did as the rich guy said and ended up coughing and leaving the formerly happy dance party in waves of humanity. JXB's popularity never recovered, and he sold the great house at a loss and went back to his former simple life, churning out books with tragic themes for meager pay. JXB's book The Butane Lit Fire and the Damned is his best-known novel, although he is also known for tales of the climate change age.